Chapter 24.
Every time Draco handed Madame Pants a note from Severus to enter the restricted section, her expression grew even more disapproving, as if confident he was precisely the type of student who shouldn't have access there. Yet Draco stretched his visits, as if oblivious to her clear disapproval, drawing out just one book at a time, leisurely perusing other volumes during his time inside. Since Severus had not stipulated time limits, he indulged unapologetically in his searches. By the 27th of the month, Draco had secured his third tome from the restricted section and eagerly anticipated dissecting its contents with meticulous care. He moved with an odd bounce in his step, only to crash into someone waiting outside the library, sending his book spilling to the ground.
Ow.
Bloody hell! Ron Weasley yelped, springing aside as if he feared Draco had aimed it at his feet. Stooping quickly, Draco reclaimed his book protectively. "Weasley? What's your business lurking around here?" Draco queried, suspecting it related to the Nicholas Flamel frenzy that had ensnared Potter and his friends all month. Granger had clued him into their fruitless library pursuits, though Draco feigned indifference towards their agenda. "Actually waiting for you," Weasley admitted, somewhat abashedly. "Please, don't hex my tongue." "Well, should I?" Draco's hand rested on his wand pocket, contemplating the threat. "Trust me," Weasley confided softly, "I wouldn't approach you unless absolutely necessary." Draco sighed dramatically. "You're really adept at making a guy feel valued, Weasley." "I need your help," Weasley admitted in a hurried whisper, gripping Draco's arm and steering him into a deserted corridor. "Hermione isn't back yet to ask, and I'm worried about Harry. I don't want him in trouble, but it's the dark arts we're dealing with." Draco rolled his eyes upwards, past exasperation. "Oh, naturally, being me, Weasley, I'd be the dark arts expert you'd consult." Weasley gazed at him as if that was his logical conclusion. "Why would helping you and Potter interest me after?" "Hermione's your friend," Weasley cut him off. "She'd expect you to assist us." Leaning closer, he whispered, "Malfoy, do you know anything about enchanted mirrors?" Draco's book slipped from his grip once again. Weasley retrieved it with an exaggerated eye roll. "The mystical blood magic of Dread Lord Grindelwald." "Of course, Malfoy, because you'd never dabble in the dark arts," Weasley remarked sarcastically. Perhaps Draco had taken some liberties with about time travel regarding Gryffindor-related decorum. His pulse pounded in his ears, drowning Weasley out. "What do you mean by an enchanted mirror? Do you know about them?" Weasley pressed impatiently, drawing an affirmative nod from Draco that left him half amazed his head didn't detach. Weasley continued, "Ever read of one?" Another nod. "Seen one?" Hesitantly, Draco nodded again. "Hermione always claims we can trust you, and because it's Harry, Weasley said. There's an enchanted mirror at Hogwarts." "Where?" Draco practically whispered, hope reigniting like a long-snuffed flame quenched by McGonagall's diagrams. "No time to fill you in now," Weasley whispered, glancing around nervously. "Can you meet me in 30 minutes? It'll be simpler to show you." Draco nodded, clutching his book tighter and making a dash for the Slytherin dungeon. Back in his dormitory sanctum, he fortified himself for the unexpected, throwing an expansion charm on his bag before hurriedly filling it with essentials, notebooks, his restricted section finds, some loose change, leftover Murtlap essence, draft of peace, and impulsively, even a Moogie. Venturing beneath his bed for more supplies revealed 2 undiscovered parcels, neatly wrapped, one labeled from his mother, the other distinctly Muggle, likely from Granger. Despite his unexpected haul of gifts, he hadn't time to unwrap them. Into the bag they went. Although he arrived a handful of minutes late, it was timely enough for Weasley to chide him, mixing anxiety with annoyance. The reminder of Potter's predicament tempered Draco's own anticipation. "Sorry," he said simply, leaving Weasley looking gobsmacked at his apology, almost inviting laughter. "Right then," Weasley said, scrutinizing him as though ready to uncover some elaborate ruse or polyjuice deception, then revealed a peculiar garment in his hands, silvery and soft, definitely odd for a Weasley. Fred and George are keeping Harry busy with their exploding card game, so he might not notice it missing till later. But let's hurry, Weasley urged, waving the fabric insistently. Draco continued staring back in blank amazement. Come on, Malfoy, you're so smart. Don't you know what an invisibility cloak is? Potter let you borrow his? How'd you know it was Harry's? With an exaggerated expression of pity, Draco replied, Weasley, I'm earnestly attempting to be civil, but must I really elaborate on why I'd suspect Potter above others to afford such a rare, pricey item? Flushing red, Weasley accepted his point. All right. Just get under. We've a forbidden spot in the castle to reach. Harry showed it to me last night, and he's been different since. In one swift motion, Weasley draped the cloak over himself, disappearing as though he'd vanished into thin air within Hogwarts' stone confines. The cloak's watery texture draped over Draco's shoulders, embracing both him and Weasley beneath its mystical folds. Draco lowered his head, allowing Weasley to cover them both, and was bemused as he glanced down, seeing his form vanish just like Weasley's. Let's get going, Weasley urged, moving them forward. Was simpler with Harry and me, he muttered. Draco quashed the jealousy that flared at the image of Weasley and Potter having shared such cramped secrecy. Ridiculous, he thought, as if trudging together with a Gryffindor held any allure. Not that it mattered to him. Weasley guided them through the castle's upper reaches, treading softly, while piecing together their path. Draco wondered how often Potter and his friends had huddled beneath this cloak, embarking on their secret exploits when they were younger and smaller. To be part of their adventures now felt unsettlingly intimate to Draco. Being left out felt simpler. Yet, when they reached the suit of armor Weasley used as a marker and the stone door he'd been seeking, Draco's heart drummed with an intensified vigor. Soon, in mere moments, Hogwarts and Potter, and the lot of them wouldn't matter much anymore. The room they entered was akin to any unused classroom but for one feature, a towering mirror. Taller than the one at Malfoy Manor, its golden frame and clawed feet differentiated it further, illuminated words and symbols absent. Draco stood wordless as Weasley closed the door and removed the invisibility cloak. Then Weasley flicked the light on and noted Draco's startled expression. It's not awful, right? Weasley asked, misinterpreting Draco's unusual demeanor as fear. Do you recognize it? Is it some kind of cursed mirror? Harry stumbled upon it, avoiding Filch on Christmas night. He took me here last night, and I knew I had to bring you today. The antique mirror possessed a beauty of its own, though Draco was well acquainted with such wonders from his family's collection, albeit on a smaller scale. Approaching it with a sense of disdain, he recalled past instincts to obliterate the last mirror he'd encountered. Magic, Weasley had said. What makes it so daunting? Harry and I see different things, Weasley replied, checking his reflection to affirm his vivid red hair. I see myself older, head boy, Quidditch captain, House Cup, Quidditch Cup winner, he reminisced, delight clear in his words. Thought it showed the future, he continued, not noticing Draco's shocked reflection. But Harry's view was unlike that. It's affected him deeply. He's lost his appetite and seems distant, like the mirrors consumed his interest. No chess, no visiting Hagrid. Just the mirror. Could it be dark magic? Draco recalled nothing but his own reflection in the Malfoy Manor mirror, remembering the charm's aftermath and its fractured image. What vision did Potter witness? Weasley hesitated, measuring whether the insight into dark arts justified revealing Harry's vulnerability. His parents, he confessed at last. A pang clenched Draco's chest, his hands tightening into hard fists. What significance is that? Why craft varying illusions? Do you think they're illusions? Ron asked, somewhat hopeful. Harry's parents existed, and who's to say I couldn't achieve head boy or captaincy? except for Draco's internal retort silenced by the subconscious. Was he alone or with them? Expression souring at the implication, Weasley said he was with them. His whole family surrounded him. He figured it only showed that, so he wanted to share it with me. Draco blinked. We'd require a larger mirror, he deadpanned. Though Weasley initially bristled at Draco, he acknowledged the jest instead of offense. Simpler than displaying your own family, Malfoy. Aren't you related to Bellatrix Lestrange? Some of yours might shatter the glass, he jested before stopping short at Draco's expression. Oops, sorry, it was meant to be lighthearted. If you suppose I'd gaze upon Aunt Bella, Draco spoke through clenched teeth, clutching his wand as tension gripped him. I'm avoiding it. Weasley detected Draco's fear, though irrational. It's unlikely. Just take a look. Maybe you can unravel its mystery. Stepping aside, Weasley allowed Draco to approach, assured he wouldn't appear in the reflection, reassuring if nothing else. Yet relief turned to astonishment when his own presence disappeared, leaving only Harry Potter visible. Just as when they'd clashed in the dusky Quidditch shed, Harry looked poised to make a consequential decision, except here, it was Draco poised to vanish. But Draco was gone, leaving only Potter's relentless gaze, one that tore Draco in two, and its eternal feeling inescapable, across countless years. What's your view? Weasley asked. Draco forced a smile, though it felt hollow. He scrutinized the mirror meticulously. An inscription caught his eye, Eris stra eru oit ubek hafru oit onwosi. I noticed the writing, Weasley mentioned, but it seemed gibberish. Are you able to comprehend this?
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this chapter, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with more audiobooks. Happy listening!